Are you depressed or anxious and taking the birth control pill? Then you need to listen in. Or if you're a man out there that has a partner and you're wondering why she may be moody all the time, what's going on with her mental health? Well, it could be that tiny little pill that she takes every night. So I must admit, I have to say that I did this when I was practicing early in my career. When someone would come in with irregular periods and cycles, often the first thing that we're taught in medical school is simply to prescribe a birth control pill. When I was a teenager, I had heavy periods, and then I didn't have a period for 6 months. The doctor put me on a birth control pill for a while. But what's happening is more and more girls at younger and younger ages are being placed on the birth control pill, and then they're developing mood disorders, and it kind of gets lost along the way. But we need to talk about it. I want you to see this study here. So this is from 2022. And what it says is that hormonal contraception and mood disorders are linked, and that we as physicians need to be aware of this, in particular, if we're starting a woman on birth control. But what about all of those girls in their teenage years that have been on birth control for 5-10 years already, and then maybe in their early 20s or mid-20s, they're coming in with anxiety and depression. Then they're being told, oh, you have PMS disorder. Well, how do you have PMS disorder if you're on a birth control pill? You're getting synthetic drugs. So these synthetic drugs is what can be causing you to be having the depression and the anxiety. And the reason that I bring it up is because one patient that I had, I really feel for her and feel for the symptoms that she had. So she told me that she is so depressed now that she thinks she'd never want to have a baby. She's been on birth control for 18 years. They've tried her on many different kinds. She was on the patch at one point that made her even worse. And now they're just regulating the dosage of the birth control pill, but she's still on it. She has pain. She has inflammation. Her gut is out of balance. And I said to her, for her well-being, I think she really needs to consider getting off of the birth control pill completely. Now, this can be startling for a lot of women that are thinking about what can I do? Well, we do have condoms which used effectively and properly can be very effective for contraception, or there still is the non-hormonal containing IUD. It's a copper-based IUD. But when it comes to mental health, what is most important is that, yes, she doesn't want to have a baby right now, but with these synthetic drugs in her system, I think she's going to get no idea of what her body is really doing underneath everything. So I see this in young women, and then I see it women in the menopause transition, which is why I just wanted to come on today to talk about this, because my other patient, she's 52, she's been on birth control pill for 18 years. Now she has high cholesterol and high blood pressure, and now she's on meds for that. Number one, when you're getting up in your 50s, birth control pill is not really what you want to be on. If you need hormonal assistance, then body identical estradiol and progesterone can be much more beneficial. Of course, there's always a worry about getting pregnant, so you have to think about an alternative means of birth control. So I said to her today as well that she really needs to talk to her husband about getting off of this birth control. She's having significant, what sound like menopausal symptoms, but until we get her off of the pill, it's going to really be hard to balance her out. Of course, there's lots of other things that we can look at. We can look at vitamins. We can look at gut health. We can look at stress levels. We can look at nutrition. But ultimately, we just need to be aware that these synthetic contraceptives that we're giving very freely to women of any ages can have their negative consequences. And when it comes to mental health, this is where my heart really goes out to women. I know how I felt on birth control pill. I was having PMS. I was also having migraines, which is the reason that I stopped the birth control. So think a little bit more about it. If you have any questions or you need to know more, feel free to book in with a call with me, and then we can help you on your journey.